Hey everyone, Gary Lamassa here. Thanks for watching this video on UNUM seed switch redundancy. Seed switches are nodes that act as points of communication between UNUM and the fabric. By configuring seed switch redundancy, UNUM will use a virtual IP address to communicate with one of two nodes, providing redundancy during periods where one switch is offline. This ensures continuous management of the fabric. In our testbed, we'll be configuring the virtual routing redundancy protocol between our two spines, which will become our seed switches. Then we'll remove the fabric from UNUM and re-add it with a new virtual IP address. Also be aware that here at Pluribus, this feature is also sometimes called WebHA. For more detailed information, you can refer to the seed switch redundancy section of the UNUM install and config guide. Now here I have a fabric called TME demo, and I want to enable seed switch redundancy between spine 1 and spine 2. Now, before I can do that, I have to make sure some of the administrative services are enabled. So I click on Manager, Services, and Manage Admin Services. Now here I want to make sure that for my two nodes that I want to be redundant, I need to select, in this case, spine 1. I need to check management and make sure both web is enabled, which is true, and VRP is enabled. Okay, this isn't, so I'm going to have to enable it. I can click on this gear button, click Edit, and click on VRP, then hit Save. Now the same thing for spine 2. Spine 2 management, VRP is disabled, so I enable that. Web is enabled, so that's good. So I'm going to click here, click on Edit, and just select VRP and click Save. Okay, so VRP is now enabled, and web is enabled on management as well, so I'm good to go there. Now the second step to enable seed switch redundancy is I need to create the virtual IP address for UNUM to communicate with. To do that, I've SSH'd into both of the spines that I'm going to use for seed switches, and I need to run one command. It's essentially this command, the switch vnet create command, and I'm giving it a specific IP address I want to use as that virtual IP, 10.37.20.12. Now you can get this command from the UNUM user guide. It's pretty much a cut and paste, but of course you're going to have to modify the IP address for what you're looking to use in your environment. So I'm going to run this command. As we can see, an interface has been added for both of these switches. Now I'm also going to run a command called switch vnic show. And here I can see that of my two switches, I have one interface 10.37.20.12 for both of them, and one set up as a primary and another set up as the alternate in case of a failover. Now back in UNUM, the last thing I need to do to enable seed switch redundancy is I need to temporarily remove this fabric from UNUM, then add it in using the new virtual IP address. So to remove the fabric, I go to Manager, Fabric. First I go to Manage Collector. I'm going to disable this NetVisor collector for TME demo. Okay, it's been disabled successfully. So then we'll go back to the main topology page. And you can see right here this little gear button next to where it says topology. If I click on this, I can select delete. Now this isn't going to delete the fabric. All it's going to do is remove it from UNUM. So I'll do that. Okay, it's been deleted successfully. Now I need to add the fabric back in. So I can click on this blue button, or if I had multiple fabrics here, I could use this little plus button. It takes you to the same place. It doesn't matter. What I want to do is choose our fabric designer option. I'm going to drag this little seed switch icon into the field, and I'm going to type in the new virtual IP address I created. And I'm going to provide the password. And here we can see TME demo, and I'm going to click on Submit now. This will add this fabric back into UNUM so UNUM can manage it. Now it's a little normal to have the positions reset. You can, of course, drag and drop things to however you like. You can also see I've got some servers attached on here. Hide those. And now if I look down below in the details pane, I can see that I have this green symbol for a collector that's against both spine 1 and spine 2. So now seed switch redundancy is enabled. If there's anything wrong with one of the switches, the other switch will take over as far as a communication point for UNUM in the fabric. Now you only have to enable seed switch redundancy once. Once it's enabled for the fabric, you're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. For more helpful videos, please check out the resources section of pluribusnetworks.com. Thanks for watching.